Well, I'm just coming out here right now because we're coming up on tribal election time. I just want to read everybody's signs. Here we go. Lori Moore, your choice. Tribal Council. Over here. I don't know if you could read it, but Valerie Welsh, Charles Miller, Vote, Aaron Eva. Here we go. Secure Your Future, Estelle Teddy, Cindy Homer. Well, the reason I'm shooting this video is because tonight's supposed to be get out and meet your candidate. Get out and meet your candidate, and I really don't see no point in it. I mean, to me, it's all scripted. I mean, everybody's got their, best dress on or whatnot. Everybody's gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna promise every single tribal member here $1 million, and not only that, not only after you get per cap, we're gonna get you a car. I get your vote, and right after they get voted in, nothing happens, and and we're gonna hear the same thing. Oh, you don't understand politics and blah 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 blah. Action, action, action is what speaks louder than words. I mean, these are good. These are good signs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting down any of our candidates. I'm just saying action. What's being done? What's gonna be done? What has been done? We're going on 2 decades of. Pure terror from methamphetamines. 2 decades. That's 20 years. 20 years we've been taken apart by drugs and drug dealers. How many murders, how many violent deaths have we seen? And how many, signs, all these signs out here is good. It means, what these signs tell me is that everybody here can make a sign. Everybody, when it serves themselves, when it's self-serving, they have the energy to sit down and paint on a sign and get out here and say, hey, vote for me, because it's self-serving, because I'm gonna get on council, But when it comes to the drugs, when it comes to people, when you get nothing out of it, what has anybody done? That's what I'm here to say. Self-serving. How many of these people do you really think will put their self aside and do what's right for us? And there's a couple of these candidates up here that are really good. I mean, Amanda Barrera, my cousin was, involved in a murder, which involved her sister. And you think, she had every reason to hate our family. She had every reason to say no, to basically be like, well, that's what you get. But when my sister Cynthia was brutally murdered, she was right there. She had tears, genuine tears coming down. That says a lot about her character. You see, she had nothing to gain from that. She put herself aside, and the gift for her was to sit back and watch justice be served out and to take part in that. I mean, that's awesome. I don't think a lot of people here understand what's going on here. If they did, would things be still going on the way they are? Now a lot of people want to say, hey, we don't have a drug problem, yeah, you can brush it under the carpet, but I'm telling you straight out, I'm watching my own family still dying from meth. My own family. After what we just went through, this drug is powerful. It has such a hold that even though my sister was brutally murdered over this drug, I still have family members that are still doing it. You see, love is when, this is my understanding of love, that I would rather see my family first before I see anybody else's family. Locked up, thrown in, not for a month or two, I'm talking for a year or two. I've sat in prison cells a lot. And I'm here to tell you that there's nothing more that makes you come to reality than sitting there with you for years of your life to think about what is important. Now, my understanding of love, if I was ever given a position to where I had a choice in what happens to my loved ones, I would unleash these laws first on my family to show everybody this. You have to lead by example. Now, we have a lot of tribal council people that when their family is in trouble, they're the first ones right there to get them out. That ain't love. That's a perversion of love. That's a perversion of love, and that's a perversion of the authority given to them. If you ask me, there needs to be laws in place that when a tribal member, when a council's family member gets arrested, that they are barred. Personally, I think they should be handed over to state. There should be some type of, enhancement. If you're related to the tribal council, you are automatically turned over to state. Go to La Paz County just for the fact that the tribal council is not tempted to abuse the power like they have, and get them out. Now, I'm not going to point no fingers, but this tribal runner this year, I'm not going to say no names, but all I'm going to say is she has a boyfriend or ex-boyfriend that's a drug dealer. And she used her power to tip him off when the task force was coming. Now, like I said, I ain't going to say no names, but you know who you are. You know what you did. And what makes us think things are going to change? You know what I mean? And it sounds harsh, and it is worthy, and it is slander. And the person that I'm speaking to and about, if you want to take me to court for what I just said, I gladly dare you. I would love to sit in court and expose the crap out of you, because I will stand up in front of a jury and tell them she is a liar, she abused her power, she is for the drug dealers and her own personal, and not for the people. You know, like I said, if you haven't known by now, this is the reaction I want to get out of certain candidates. I want to be the one to point out to you and say, you helped murder my sister. Oh yeah, we're getting radical with this, and like I said, it's gonna get so radical. We're gonna enter the courtroom, and I'm all prepared. I've got a lot to lose. I got my freedom, I got my life. Losing everything is worth fighting against everything you guys let go on. You know, I hope this shakes something up inside of you, because if it does, well, put it this way, I'm pretty sure it's not going to. Because if a bunch of your tribal members have been murdered the way that they have been getting murdered, if that hasn't shaken you up, nothing out of my mouth will. Because you've already grown callous, you know what I mean? You've grown callous, but, you know, like I said, on these signs and stuff, you might as well put little butterflies and unicorns at the fairy tale that you're trying to pass off that everything is good and everything's gonna be good. You know what I mean? Let's just put Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny right on your signs. You know, if we're gonna go with the fantasy and a lie, let's go all the way. But that's just how I feel, you know what I mean? But who am I? All I am is a person. I'm an ex-drug dealer. I'm an ex-gangbanger. I'm an ex-abuser. I'm never been a good dad. That's who I am, and I'm willing to say it. That's who I am. Let's put your cards on the table. I've broken just about every law on this reservation there is, but you know what? I'm still out here, and I'm still saying it's got to stop, you know? And any of you who want to march beside me are more than welcome. Seeing all these signs.